Alright, boys, you know what time it is. It's time for another PPE. And this time, I'm doing things a little bit differently. So let me tell you what's happening right here. I just had surgery, I'm in a sling, so I'm playing with an Xbox controller. So as of this moment, as of this episode, and probably the next few, if I manage to make any more, are going to be Xbox controller only PPE. So that'll be fun. It'll be a different kind of concept for me. Anyways, so let's get into this video, right? What's going to happen? In this one alone, I'm going to go all the way to level 20. I'm going to get a ton of upgrades. I might even get some gems. You don't know? You never know, you know? If you didn't know, now you know. Hey, hey. Anyways, so what the plan is for this is I've got it 3 times speed for pretty much all the regular gameplay, all the dodging, maneuvering, whatnot. But when it actually comes to loot, that's when it's going to be slowed down in real-time speed. So that way you guys can catch everything. You can see all the in-between, the nitty-gritty, and all of the drops. So there's a ton of upgrades in this video, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. Alright, so I do have to say that after recording this video and doing this voiceover, PPEs are so much more streamlined now. It's much better. I mean, I gotta say, I have to hand it to the team. They really made playing the game much more enjoyable. The whole process of getting loot, everything about it is so much more streamlined. It's much, I don't want to say easier because it's not the right word, but even though it is easier now, it's just, there's not gaps. It's a very the quests take you exactly to where you need to be for your level and for your next gear upgrades. I mean, it's everything. It's really nice all around. I'm really enjoying playing this PPE, honestly. Even though I am kind of struggling a little bit with the Xbox controller, I'm still trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? It's just I'll get there. I'll get there. But it might take me some time, which I know I keep saying, but whatever. I just had surgery. I have an excuse. In all seriousness, though, everything is so much more streamlined. I love the mobs. I love the drops. I love just everything, honestly. The game still feels kind of grindy, which I like. That just means it's gonna encourage people to play for more time. I don't know if I'm phrasing that the right way, but I like when games take a little bit longer. I don't want to beat a game in 2 hours. That's not really fun for me. I want to be able to spend a lot of time on something, and that's what I like about Darza's. It's one of those games where I can spend a lot of time, more or less doing the same thing, and just enjoying it and always making progress and always, just that sort of thing. But anyways, the whole reason I was talking about this is they're making this whole process more streamlined. The quests, the mobs you kill, leveling up, getting experience. At no point did I ever feel like I was plateauing. I felt like it was pretty steady, just going up and up and up. And I got so many gear upgrades, like seriously, so many. I don't know if I got lucky. I mean, just look at this right now. The same bag had a talisman and a leather in it. It was just, I mean, that's luck, obviously. But honestly, just there were so many upgrades. I got so much stuff, and this is just while I was leveling to 20. I mean, obviously you're gonna get some upgrades, but I know in the past when I've played an assassin PPE, I have struggled so much with getting a talisman. So I don't know if they increase the drop rate for the equipment or something like that. If they did do that, that's a great move on their part, I think, because that was one of the items that I would always end up having as either starter tier or tier 1 by the time we got to Darza back in the past. So that was always kind of irritating and frustrating. Something else that I really like that I don't really touch on in this video, just because it's more endgame, I really like the weapon scraps, both the normal and the impressive scraps. It just, gives everyone an incentive, and it really helps out with PPEs, and this is a huge part with the streamlining thing, is just helping players bridge that gap in those weapon tiers. Honestly, it's a huge stride forward, and I love it. I love the way they're doing gear and leveling and quests. Just everything about it. I love it. Alright, boys. It is Billy the next day. So I have no idea what I'm going to talk about for another 10 minutes. Part of me was like, oh, I don't have to talk. I already have music. I'll just have the music run throughout the entire video, but that sounds so boring to me. I wouldn't want to watch that. I know you guys wouldn't want to watch that. All 47 of my subscribers. You subscribe for quality content, not just me not talking. You subscribe for me talking. I understand you. We understand one another, friends. No, but in all seriousness, I don't even know. So what is this area called? This yellow area? Is this like midlands, late lands? Because there's like 4 areas now, right? There's the bright green, there's this yellow one, there's the brown one, and then there's the gray Godlands. And I don't know the names of them. Actually, the Discord will tell me. Let's see, Darza's Dominion. Marsh, Forest, Mountains. That's only 3. Okay. So the Discord does not tell me. But from the color, we can only assume that this is marsh, / mountains. I assume that the brown is mountains. Maybe they just didn't rename the Godlands. Maybe Godlands is mountains. I don't know. Somebody knows, let me know. And then you can tell me if you didn't know, now you know. Hey, hey! You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jesus. What am I going to talk about for another 8 minutes? Yeah, so I made this one like 15 minutes long. I was kind of on the fence between making this into 2 separate episodes, but then I realized that I wanted to get all the way to level 20 in the first one. But the thing about that is it prompted me to take it from 2 times speed to 3 times speed on the non-drop footage, which in my opinion I think is a good improvement. I would rather see more loot than I don't know. I just I feel like it's better. It makes sure that you're zipping through the non-content and getting straight to the content, straight to the drops. Oh, hello, Wemu. But you know what I mean? It just and look at this, another dagger upgrade. I mean, I've got. I'm really enjoying this, and I know I've said the word streamlined about 100 times up until this point in the video, so I apologize for that, but I'm not going to go and redo that audio, just because I said a word a few times. But it was kind of bothering me when I was watching that video, so if it bothered you, then you are not alone, trust me. But, yeah, no, man, I mean, the gearing, everything about it is... They've really bridged the gaps. They've done it so well. They've done it so excellently. I really enjoyed leveling this character, and I'm really excited to farming for scraps, impressive scraps, for more gear, more gems, more of everything. Honestly, my problem though is like this first video, right? The first one's always the easiest, because you level up, and while you're leveling up, you're getting gear. You're constantly leveling up, getting more health, more stats, more gear, more this, more that. But after a few days of this, you know, if I'm in tops or old tops or however y'all say it for this game, if I'm in Godlands gear, then all I can do for upgrades, excuse me, I'm so sorry. All I can do for upgrades at that point are events in Darza. And it's just going to take me a long time to make videos. So that's just something I was just thinking about just now. So we're almost 10 minutes into the video, 9 minutes, whatever. Same thing. It's only 10% difference. But I don't know. I think what I'm kind of worried about is that future episodes will be like 6 hours of me farming Godlands to get a box that may or may not have a piece of gear that I can actually use. Which, I mean, is fine. I understand that that's the way that the game is kind of meant to be played. I guess. I don't know. I'm not too excited about recording for long, long, long periods of time. I'm what's called lazy. Uh, so, I don't want to record for 6 hours because that means that I have to edit 6 hours of footage, or I have to watch 6 hours of footage that I then have to edit. You know what I mean? Um, hey, there it is. Okay, so we got our first weapon scraps right here. Alright, so if y'all haven't been paying attention to the screen, we're in the Godlands now. Kind of just running around, dodging shots, just slowly getting upgrades, and there it is, the first gem. And it's a speed gem, which is perfect for the assassin, because I need so many of them. Oh god, I need so many! Oh, jeez. So, another problem that I have, right? I'm in the Godlands, playing on a PPE. It's pretty obviously a PPE if you look at the gear, in my opinion. But I have so many people who still teleport, and they're killing things, and they want to talk, and they want to this, and they want to that, and blah, 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 blah. Which is cool and all. Like, I like people. But hey, there it is. There's the armor. There's the armor. Easy upgrades, man. I'm telling you. And now this next episode, I'm going to go to make episode 2, and I'm just going to have all the upgrades already. Very frustrating. I'm just kidding. I'm not complaining about gear upgrades. Please don't nerf. Alright, boys. My headset died. But I am back. So, only a couple minutes left in this video, so what else is there left to say that hasn't been said yet? A lot. I mean, jeez. Let's see, what's for episode 2? What I'm thinking, because the way it's looking to me right now is that, sorry. When I record, I can hear myself talking, and so it kind of throws me off sometimes. Just really, my whole metronome, I guess, my internal clock, all that jazz, just gets kind of messed up when I can hear myself talking. So, anyways, so the goal for the next episode, right? Just keep farming Godlands, keep farming events, or start farming events, I suppose. Start farming dungeons. I'll probably start with ice caves, just because those are the ones that I am most familiar with, and in my opinion, that's the easiest dungeon. I think a lot of people would agree with me on that aspect, but that way I could start working towards the relic piece, or whatever it's called, artifact piece, however, I don't know what it is. Between that one, infested cellars, everything else, honestly, it's probably going to be a while until I'm in a shrine or an enchanted ruins, because I am still playing on an Xbox controller. Like, I'm legitimately in a sling for another month. So, and I'm still learning how to use it for the most part. I mean, there's, I don't know. I don't want to say learning how to use it because I feel like that's not the right term to use. But there's a few things, certain angles don't really work well for me. I'm still getting used to the screen turning and an armor gem. Let's go, baby. I only need what, like 40 more of those? 34 more of those? I don't know what assassin armor max is. I don't know what any of the stat maxes are anymore, man. They changed them all. I mean, I guess it's been like 3 years since I've done this, but, irregardless. So, let's go. Let's go. Perfect Ring of Health. Easy NPE. What did I say? I told you. NPE. Welcome to Darza's Dominion, baby. Hey, we're doing it. We got the best ring up until Darza, so pretty much, I mean, Div HP and UT rings, that's all we got left. We hit level 20, we got a bunch of upgrades, we got some gems, and I don't know what else there is to say, We're doing it. Toodles!